I'm Eric from sandiegosurferinvestors, here for episode 2 of my YouTube videos that I'm going to be doing. And like I said, making money in the market is fun and it can pay for surf trips. And I'm here to share ideas about picking stocks, and I will be featuring my stock of the week today. As I went over in episode 1, I suggest everybody reads One Up on Wall Street by Peter Lynch. I suggest if you want to be involved in the stock market that you read Investor's Business Daily and you follow the CAN-SLIM method when it comes to picking stocks. You use the filters that Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett use when picking stocks. And these are things you can watch episode 1. I believe the School of Learning is always open. Always you can read, and you can read quarterly reports. And I suggest that you have CNBC on pretty much at all times at my house, whether I'm making some lunch or I'm paying some bills or whatever I'm doing. I always have CNBC on. I like to get the breaking news. I like to hear people's opinions. I like watching guys like Mario Gabelli when he's featured. So really immerse yourself in this. Focus on your favorite companies. Buy at a good time, like we just sold off last week, Thursday and Friday, about 500 points. In my opinion, those are good times to buy. Some of my favorites, I was buying them just last week. So, my pick of the week this week is a stock that sold off 6 or 7 points last Friday. HANS Natural Soda. These are the makers of Monster Energy Drink. And I'm going to give you this report while under the influence of Monster Energy Drink. I came home from work on Thursday, eager to check the numbers on HANS. Analysts' estimates were for 46 cents in earnings for Q1 of 10. They posted 35 cents. So what you can... I was disappointed, but I wonder if these analysts were listening in Q4 of 09 when the CEO of HANS, Rodney Sachs, came and said that a lot of advance orders were made the last couple of weeks of Q4 09 due to a couple of things. So this took away from sales of Q1 of 10. What I'm talking about here is, for one, they switched to the SAP Enterprise Software System. This is a system used by huge conglomerates and huge companies that are global companies. They had to switch because they're going global. If you didn't know this already, this is a story that had domestic sales. They started Canada sales. They started Mexico sales, our nearest neighbors, and then they went across the pond to the United Kingdom and started those sales in 09. They went into Australia August of 09. They went into Brazil November of 09. They're currently building a big factory in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Also, Coca-Cola Enterprises, who is their distributor in Europe, is also going to be making the product at a new factory that's just getting ready right now in Europe. I'm not sure what country. In 2010, the Middle East, Germany starts sales this month, May of 2010. The Czech Republic, Slovakia, Hungary, Norway, these are all companies that have just started sales the first quarter of 2010. So getting back to, you didn't meet analysts' earnings, right? Guilty, innocent, or guilty with an excuse. Rodney came out with a good excuse, a few good excuses. The SAP system was started by 5 ex-IBM employees. It started in Germany. It was originally called System Anwendungen Produkte in German. It provides large enterprise customers with the ability to interact with a corporate database and enterprise customers to interact with the company in real time. This goes with inventory, with orders, with product that's on its way, just all these things that they need to have for the internationalization of HANS, which in the conference call, Rodney used that word, which I really like. I think this is a great opportunity. Anyway, the other things that hurt sales and earnings in this first quarter, where they didn't meet their earnings number, was they're involved with a lot of litigation, class action suits. This is costing them a lot of money. They just battled a company who wanted to use the name Vermonster. Staffing in Western and Central Europe, they're hiring new people for these jobs. They're sponsoring new athletes that are like Central European athletes. Their sponsorship and promotions and all these things. Rodney said sometimes you have to spend ahead of sales and ahead of distribution. So he's spending money prior to the sales and distribution, even starting in these Central European companies. Growing pains. Global growth, you'll have growing pains. They're growing into, a truly global company. They were hurt by a couple of things. They have their Monster Java product. Starbucks came out in Q110 with a double shot coffee energy product that really did well, that took away from their sales. And they came out with a new product called Peace Tea. It's an iced tea, and just it took margins down, but they did get $5 million in sales. They started sales of Peace Tea December of 2009, and already they have $5 million in sales in the first quarter of 2010. The energy market is a $30 billion industry. In the U.S., the two main guys are, of course, Red Bull and Monster. Across U.S. channels, for Q110 year over year, Monster grew 8.8%, Red Bull 13.3%. Red Bull's been doing a lot of TV advertising, if you noticed, and I wish that Hanson's would do the TV advertising. The other thing besides the SAP conversion that took away from the earnings is they're getting ready for a big promotion, and they had a per case, $1 per case increase in sales to their vendors. This is to support the new promotional campaign that's going to feature Slash from Guns N' Roses and Velvet Revolver. I hope it's a TV ad, because as you all know, I mean, Coca-Cola was going global at one time. It would have been great to be involved with their stock like in the 1950s, and now Hanson's is going global. And they should have TV ads, like the Coke. I'd love to buy the world of Coke and Perfect Harmony and all that. So I think Hanson's is going to come back. Hanson's just last week bought back about 200,000 shares of their own stock, which I think supported it Friday. They went from like 46 to 47 in the last hours. So shares outstanding, 88.3 million. As of this week, starting Monday, 88.1 million. That's what happened, is they rebought shares, and they've been rebuying shares during the last couple of years. I remember like a year ago, it was 90 million shares outstanding. So you've got global growth. You can see the growth in sales through the years. And I believe this company is going to go global and eventually have sales outside of the U.S. that will probably bring this company in the next couple of years where we will see $500 million in sales per quarter. We're on our way there. I I would use this last dip to buy more Hansons. That's my pick of the week. I have to keep these YouTube videos under 10 minutes. That's it for this week. San Diego Surfer Investors. Hope I can pick up some viewers, and hope you will stay tuned. I'll have my next pick of the week next week. Thank you.